first ever weights and measure. Whoa, can't even get our show right, man. Weights and pleasures podcast. I'm Cyrus Saghebi. Got Edson Corona.
What's up, bro?
Chilling, man. How you doing,
Good, man. It's hot out here today.
man? What's your temperature over there?
Today was 103.
Oof.
What about over there?
I got up to 98 degrees where I was at in Medford.
It's 96 right now over here.
So I had to get up because of that. I had to go to the farm early. I was at the farm at 4 a.m.
Yeah, you have no shade over there, man. That's too hot.
Oh, dude, it was awful. But I got out of there. Dude, I made a decent day. I think I got out of there about 10 o'clock. Made a 6-hour day.
Oh,
but
okay.
It started to get too hot after that.
Yeah, that's
80,
too much,
82, dude. I'm
82 right now?
Oh, when it's 82 degrees?
Oh, yeah.
I tend to get a little bit do I really want to be working out in the sun? I can work in the shade,
yeah.
But after 82, I start to question every step that I make.
Too hot, man. Sarah had me hanging lights today earlier, man. It was hot getting up there.
Where'd you guys hang up?
Just some lights around. We bought a
kind of like skylights.
A gazebo. We bought a gazebo from Costco. Those big guys and stuff. And I'm kind of mad at Jay because he wasn't here to help me build it, so I had to spend $550 to get it built, man.
Yeah, drop the ball, huh?
Yeah.
you think he values cigarettes more than your friendship?
Right now, yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think he's all about it, man.
About 9 weeks ago, he's like, "Yeah, I'll call you. Like, I'm gonna call you back in 1 minute, man." I called him to ask him, what year Volt I should buy because he's like a Volt specialist.
Oh yeah.
There's not a lot of people who understand Chevy Volts like him, and he didn't call me back, dude. Left me high and dry.
Did he really?
Yeah, man.
That's not good, man. He told me yesterday. I told him, I said, "Man, Cy's disappointed in you." He's like, "He really is." I said, "So am I." It's bad. And then when I text you those pictures of him looking like Dude Love, he said, "Man, he's better than that." And his own sister said, "No, he's not."
She immediately, she said never thought he was better than that.
Never.
She was like, yeah.
Never.
It's his number one critic. She sees right through all the horse shit.
All of it. She wills herself to have lower blood pressure than him, man.
That's smart.
They compete on who has the lowest blood pressure.
What's his blood pressure?
Oh, his was really bad last week or the other day, man. It was a borderline heart attack.
Come on, really?
No, it's bad, man. Bad. My mom was telling him, "Jay, you're just sweating. You're standing there just sweating." She's like, "Calm down." She was being like serious. She's like, "Jay, I can't believe you're smoking." He was almost to he was a pack a day, man.
Oh man.
That's just crazy because he never, he smoked, here and there like we all did and stuff, but like I never thought he would be like smoking a pack a day.
Yeah, I never got addicted to it, thank goodness. But you're not going to be able to ever tell that guy like, "Oh, don't smoke." He's going to have to like not be able to breathe one day, and then he's going to get tired of it.
It's funny, but it's not.
It's not funny.
It's not.
It's not funny. And if we could do an intervention, I would, but I fear the ramifications of an intervention.
I think he needs it sometimes, but he knows we care for him and stuff. So, but he just, he knows. He's like, "Man, you just look at me with such disgust in your eyes." I said, "Man, he's doing so well." The problem is, like, he does so well. He'll work out, dude, and he's on it, man. He was losing so much weight, and he was doing such a good job. And then he went up there to go visit when Russ moved out there, and then he went to go visit you, and he came back just all bad. And so he hasn't been back on it.
He is definitely seeking too much pleasure as opposed to the weights.
Yeah. He needs some weights in there.
Yeah, he needs to rebalance himself, get himself on a scale, balance so he can become a weights and pleasure kind of guy instead of just a pleasure, and be one of those guys who gets, in Pompeii, the city that got covered in ash.
Yeah.
The people were so deviantly messed up in their heads. When the ash was raining on them, they wouldn't stop, basically touching themselves and doing like nasty things. And it's like in the ash and in the stone.
Oh,
you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes that's that's basically, maybe kind of like Jason.
Is he the king of it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he jerks off in the ashes of a fire. What I'm saying is like, you're not going to get him to stop doing what he's doing, no matter what.
No, never. And then no matter how much he knows that it's right and it's good for him, it's got to be like on his terms and his time.
You know, before there were cell phones, you'd have to call somebody's house.
Right.
You'd be like, hey, is like Jason there? And I'd call him when we were kids, you know?
Right.
Sometimes that fucker would keep me on hold for 45 minutes, dude, and he wasn't trying to be rude.
No.
He was just like finishing something.
Yeah, you know? He definitely can't multitask. He can multitask like in his own way, kind of. It's like
he can be like, he can eat like 2 different foods at once, or have a drink in hand and a taco. That's his multitasking, dude.
Like, his adventures are always multitasking with food
or sitting. You know, like when we were kids, he had like he took all he would make like contraptions, right? He would like tie strings to his light switches and pulleys and levers, right? So he never had to get out of bed. It was like, this was before like the clapper and all that. So he would like sit in bed with all these like strings and like pull one off, pull one down, kind of like a cross between Back to the Future, you know, and like Jabba the Hutt. You know? Yeah.
He's such a smart guy, man.
Yeah, he's the smartest person I've ever met.
Ever?
Yeah,
he's really good, man. I'm really impressed with it. With like, the things that he comes up with and does.
Always, man.
Yeah, he's very, very smart, dude. Like he can like figure something out pretty fast as far as like, you know, how that like his plumbing, dude. He's probably the best plumber I know in my life ever. He's really good. Yeah, he's awesome. Like I'll look at something and you know it's like he's been doing it for so long and it's like, oh, we need that, and that, and we're gonna do it like this, and boom, it's done. You know, and he does such a good job, man.
But basically, he's going to be our number one if we can get him on the weight side as opposed to the pleasure side. You know, we can show him.
And it's not even that he hates it. He likes to lift, man.
Right.
He loves it. You know, he loves doing it, man. He was out there with.
I gotta explain to him the psychology of the gym women, because this is something that I've been working on. And I know you are married, and but I tend to go to the gym a lot. And one thing I've noticed about, if you want to ever talk and meet nice women at the gym, right, is you have to be committed to the gym. They don't want to talk to the guy who comes there one time. To them, that's like a weird guy, like the guy who's there for a week. You know, they're not really, they don't want to have a conversation with him. Their guard is up, you know?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But now, like someone like Jason, right? If he works out every day at the same time and sees the same women, correct? Mm-hmm. He's literally going to have a Rolodex of hot chicks because they like his charm. You understand?
Yeah.
And so he could really benefit pleasure-wise from the weight side.
Oh, if man.
Just committed every day.
Yeah, he'd have the best of both worlds, man.
Yeah. I'm glad we could solve all of his problems, dude, on our podcast.
We'll have him on one day, man, when he gets back.
And when his problems are solved.
Yes.
We're only going to talk about before, and then when he's refined in the fire, then we'll bring him back on. We'll bring him on. when he's like $1.99, you know, maybe 11-12% body fat, you know.
Oh man, how much are you weighing right now?
Right now, I think probably today I gained a little bit, probably 245 today.
Yeah, I had a bad week, man.
Oh, you're eating a lot?
Yeah, my birthday, Gabe's birthday.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, a lot of drinking, bad food.
Right.
Oh, we went to like Chili's. We haven't been in Chili's in so long. We went to Chili's 3 times in like a week.
Is that everybody wanted to go to Chili's for their birthday?
Yeah, it was crazy. Because Gabe's birthday, and then my mom came into town, and she's like, where do you guys want to eat? And the boys couldn't decide. Let's go to Chili's. So boom. And then Jacob's 21st birthday, they had a little surprise party for him, and it was supposed to be at Red Robin. And then Sarah gets a text, and actually, we're going to Chili's, man. Chili's, man, three times in a week.
Whew. Bad. That's a lot of calories, dude.
Yeah, Chili's, dude. One meal yesterday was 2,500 calories. I had the chicken and waffles.
Is that on the menu? It says 2,500 calories.
2,500, bro. It might be. It was like 22, or maybe like I want to say it was like 2,550.
Oh, man, that's. What's the most calorie meal you've ever seen on a menu? That's pretty high.
That's pretty high. You know, that's funny that you said that, because when I was looking at it, it's like, that's pretty high, because not even a Big Mac, I don't think, is that high.
No. What is it? Here, let me see what a Big Mac is. I think a Big Mac is like 1,000 You know?
Yeah, I was thinking
1,500, something
guess
like
like
that. I'm
1,200.
gonna go ahead and go right over here and go check it out. Calories.
I wouldn't think it's like 1,200, but that's a lot, dude. And it was like I think there were four. It was like a Chipotle.
This is a good subject. This is a good subject to talk about. We could talk about, let's see, the different fast food and who's got the fattest fast food. Okay, so like
don't
it's
go
not even
there.
okay. So it says according to this, a Big Mac only has 540 calories.
You're kidding me,
right?
Wow.
So it doesn't really have that much calories, especially if you take off the dressing.
Yeah.
You know how long it would take you to burn it off, though. Let's see. It says 45 minutes of swimming, 62 minutes of jogging, 83 minutes of cycling, 150 minutes of walking. If you want to go to this site, it's called calorieking.com. It tells you, like, you can search the food. Let's see. Let's see what a Grand Slam breakfast is at Denny's. Denny's Grand Slam breakfast. Oh, it's an advertisement. Now I'm getting hungry.
Oh man, you didn't eat yet?
I made brisket for dinner. Actually,
ooh, that sounds good, man.
Oh, it's delicious.
I bet.
But you know what? I'm so hungry at the end of the day after I farm. I always seem to be like a caloric like hole. I can never catch up by the end of the day.
How much? How long do you stay at the gym?
Man, ever since I started reading that book, maybe 60 minutes max.
Yeah, I think I'm there about pretty. I want to say I'm probably averaging a good hour.
Isn't it crazy? Like I worked out my whole life, man. Isn't it crazy to do that when you like actually tone it down a little bit and stop putting so much muscle tear into it? How much more you gain?
Dude, I haven't been sore like this in a long time. Like just lifting heavy and like getting through it, and then you are getting stronger and stronger. It's just crazy. And before it's like when you feel sore, you know that it's working. And when you're doing reps and reps and reps, it's like my stamina level is so high I can keep going. I don't get sore. And then ever since I just switched up to that program, I mean I get sore. I mean I was sore like a couple of days ago just from chest, and then chest day again today, and I can really feel my chest being sore.
Right. Are you doing 4 days or 5 days a week?
I'm doing 5. Yeah. Doing 5, and then when I was doing really good, I was actually hitting that cardio on Sunday also.
Right, that's what I'm doing. See, like after Friday, okay, so I lift Monday through Friday, like really heavy. I'm not putting my body into cardio until Friday evening. Okay, then I do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I try not to put it into, even when I'm on a farm, when my heart rate goes up, dude. I try to like kick back. I don't try to like ever like outpace my cardio because like I like to. It messes up with your lifting.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, last week I felt 2 weeks ago I felt a little sick and I ate like crap, dude. And I tried to lift, I could not lift for nothing, dude. I just felt like sluggish, and really like. The food is really true. Like the food that you put in your body, man, just really helps with your workout, man. It just fuels it, Yeah. I tell you what, like the best thing for me in the morning is, I take my pre-workout.
Right.
I'll drink
what pre-workout are you drinking?
Right now I'll take the Bucked Up Gym and Juice.
The Bucked Up, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. And it's like I don't feel all cracked out with it, It's like a clean.
I like that feeling.
I usually do too, but I have a really high, like I can drink a cup of coffee and go to bed. It doesn't keep me up. My caffeine tolerance level is so high.
I'm on that Cali Muscle 3 scoops right now.
Oh wow, the hyphy mud?
Of whatever's on sale at Walmart or grocery outlet. I'm not really picky about it. I just whatever I get. Usually like 6-star.
Yeah.
I think 6-star pre-workout works excellent. Or also the Muscle Tech.
Muscle Tech's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't like mind it at all.
Yeah.
But even if I don't even know if I need it as much ever since I've been doing this what do they call it? The type of training. It's not compound training. It's called
Isn't it called compound training?
He does compound movements.
You're right.
There's a certain name for when you build up the muscle. I forgot. It's easy. It'll come to me later.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just heavy weights.
well, no, you're stacking every week.
Oh, exactly.
No, no matter what.
Speaking of that, that's another reason why I'm mad at Jay, man. He was my spotter, dude. He was my gym guy, you know. And now I feel I can't get my gains as much as I can without him.
How do you get it done?
He's stopping me, man.
How do you get it done without, like, how do you get the dumbbells done without like a partner?
It's tough, dude.
I mean, like for flies you can, and for like your pullovers and things like that. But I can't. There's no way that my back can handle taking 260 pounds of dumbbells backwards.
Right.
I just can't do it.
It's ridiculous, dude. You can't do it. You need that first little lift off, man, to help.
Yeah, or you need your old friend steroids.
Yeah, that's true too. You can do that.
I do not condone, but I'm definitely not against.
No, I'm not against it either, man. To each his own, dude. I mean, it's a. Yeah. So what did I hear? I think Arnold was talking about he wants to get rid of it in bodybuilding. I was like, how would that even work?
He wants to get rid of steroids?
Yeah, I was like, how would that even work for a bodybuilder? There's no way. I mean, could you imagine those guys being off of steroids?
Yeah, they would just be fit.
Yeah.
It'd be very, very, very.
They would be all the guys with the board shorts. You hear about that beef with them?
Oh man, and sometimes I look at people and I'm like, dude, you're like a board shorter. Like you come over here, and you don't even really like lift, and like I don't care how ripped you are, dude. Like you don't even lift, man.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
If you're not gonna, if you could put 225 pounds on the bench rack, but you can't squat 225, you got something wrong, bro.
Bad. It's bad, dude. It's bad, dude. So I'm looking up the chicken and waffles. 2510, man, is the calories. 125 grams of fat, 283 grams of carbs, bro. 283 grams of carbs. That is just ridiculous, but it has 64 grams of protein.
How many grams of carbs do you eat a day?
I try to stay under 200.
200 grams of carbs. That's really good. You see some days, dude, I can get under 50.
Today I've had probably I want to say,
but that's rare.
20. I want to say 20. Dude, I've had no carb besides what's a little bit in my protein, which is only like 5 grams. But I've had all my meats today have been with a salad.
Have you noticed all the dudes who do steroids like accredit it to ketosis? They're like, oh yeah, I'm on like keto. I'm like, dude, you're on steroids. Like, just admit that. Like, it's not even the same thing.
I don't know why they try to hide it.
Yeah, they try to accredit it to like their diet.
Not even try to hide it, but just be honest with yourself.
Yeah, no. I mean, we're not judging you. Like, we judge you when you lie.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we don't like, dude. Like, when you tell me you do steroids, I want to know all about it, and I'm like, you're hella cool to me because like, you're willing to go like where I won't and to like do that. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like in my eyes, dude, I place you a little bit higher. Some people like they don't. You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, I'm like, just like with the WWE wrestlers, those guys do it and like they put themselves like on the line every day in order to do it.
But it's the show, right? I mean, for them, man, they're giving us a show. So the bigger they are, the better. Remember how big Triple H used to be? He was huge, man. That guy was a monster. Look at Batista when he first came. That guy had like I want to say 5% body fat. He was 300 pounds, bro.
Right.
And the way he moved, it was just because you got the bodybuilders that are that size.
I think Big Show is definitely juicing.
Right now, at his age.
Yeah, Big Show. You've seen Big Show recently?
Yeah, I've seen some pictures of him recently. He looks good, man.
Yeah, Big Show looks great.
He almost looks better when he first came to WCW. Remember he was doing drop kicks and stuff, dude?
Yeah, if I was like him, my body was beat up and I was a giant and I was gonna die anyway, pretty young, I would definitely think about getting on a cycle.
You think so? But he's done it, man. But he's old. But he's old now, dude. He doesn't even wrestle no more.
Speaking of old who can wrestle, dude, what about Undertaker beating Goldberg, dude? That was the worst match I've ever seen in my life.
It was so bad. I don't know why he keeps doing it. I don't understand. It can't be the money, right? I don't know. I mean, maybe it is.
He can't walk.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he just really loves the show, bro. He just really loves entertaining. But it's not even entertaining.
He's really high paid still. He's getting paid a lot of money to like barely show.
How are they not being honest with him? Or how is his wife not saying, "All right, Taker, come on, Mark, it's time to bring it home"? How many times does he put his glove in the middle of the ring and he comes back?
Honestly, she's telling him to go on the road because he's probably not mean Mark Callis in real life. In real life, he's probably like like annoying. Like, hey babe, let's go here. And, he's exactly the opposite of the Undertaker, you know.
Not the tough biker style guy, dude.
Not the tough biker.
Remember he came out as that guy, the American Badass.
I heard the American Badass was going to come back for a little bit, but then
no, dude, he needs to go away now. You know, next thing you know, he's gonna have and it seems like every time when they go fight in Saudi Arabia, he fights somebody.
One thing I don't like in wrestling, now that I'm an older guy, dude, is I don't like the older guys who don't let the younger guys come up. I cannot stand these old dinosaur wrestlers who don't put on a good show and like, you know,
there's a lot of good young talent right now.
Oh, there's some awesome talent.
I mean, it's crazy to see these guys wrestle, man, and it's like, I just can't believe people. It's so big. Wrestling is so big, right? I mean, you know how big it is. I mean, every time you see Monday Night Raw, they show the ratings. Oh, it outrated ESPN and this and this and that, all these other network shows combined, right? But it's so hard to find a wrestling fan. You know, you go out there like, oh, do you like wrestling? Oh, hell no, I don't like wrestling.
No.
I think people are afraid or embarrassed to say that they love wrestling.
No, it's like, okay, there's like, and it's like stereotypical, bro. It's like white trash people, Hispanics, like, yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like weirdos, nerds, like we're all of us. Like I guess I'm all of those, dude. In the weird, you understand what I'm saying? It's like like I've always liked it, and even my dad was like, "You like this? You like to watch men with their shirts off?" Cyrus, honey baby, this.
Honey baby,
that guy he has off on the shirt, you know. He's like, but it's like cool that like I've always loved how they talked on the microphones and how they. I know it's fake. I knew it was fake the day I started watching it. You know.
I think I found out when I was like 5.
Right. I didn't care. I never cared.
It's a show, dude. It's like a men's soap opera. You know what I mean? There's so much stuff going on. It's just crazy. It's just, you know, I don't know. Hey, that's how we became friends. That was like, absolutely. Remember, we started like wrestling together when you were eating that goldfish. I think I was a sophomore or a freshman that year. And then you had goldfish, and I remember you were gonna try to swallow it or do something. I forgot. But and then we were just like started talking about wrestling, dude, and we used to go to all the wrestling events, bro. So, you know, I contribute wrestling to our friendship, man.
Oh, dude, that's sweet, man.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. But that is true, and football, you know, and video games.
Yeah.
Because we always played. We always had video games going on too.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, which I always smashed you at. Never forget. Never forget. You know what, dude? We're gonna have to have a game off for charity, but it can't be like. We know the game. It has to be like a pool of games.
Okay? And it's just like a random one?
Yeah, exactly. And like,
but are they games that we've never played before or games that we played? And it's just in a pool. Like all of a sudden, like we throw like.
Well, dude, like I'm not gonna ever
wrestling and blitz. Like you won't be able to beat me like Madden right now.
I won't be able to beat you in Madden.
No, or like basketball.
Basketball will kill you.
No, you won't.
Dude, I understand basketball, dude, so it translates over to video games, man.
I forgot, baby, because your dad was so good at basketball.
No, dude, not even that, dude. I can see exactly what's going on. You know, sometimes when I'm watching, like, basketball, I'm like, they don't even run the pick and roll. And I start, like, getting really upset about it. I don't do that with football. I don't do it with baseball. But in basketball, I really get upset because I understand, like, there's only... It's like simple. It's like 5.
I was just gonna say it's really simple. It's a game of which one? That one is checkers, man. You know, baseball's chess.
Yeah, baseball like way chess, dude. It's like way complicated, and I'm like, oh, I can't. Like, you got to know like what pitcher's coming up in eight innings, man.
Well, and you got to do your homework on what the pitcher throws, and you have a split second to react to the baseball, try to look at the rotation of the baseball, you know, and you're guessing what he's going to throw you, you know? It's crazy.
Oh, well, as the manager of the team, as a manager, right? So you're managing that team, you know, understanding the pitching, like what you want to do with your pitchers, you know, that's difficult, man. That's a really, really difficult thing to do. And like, you don't want to have like some right-handers up against certain, you know, and like pulling one player out to do it, dude, because like in the 7th or 8th inning, and it's just when it's time to send in your reliever because does he have enough gas and like, this dude could come up and like this guy's great, but that dude like sometimes for some reason his hitting percentage off of him is 750.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So like all that stuff it's way complicated.
It is, and then if you mess up, you bring in the guy too early, you leave him in too late. Then you stupid manager, you suck. How come you didn't bring him in earlier? How come you didn't pull him out?
It's not just one game. Remember, now you're going for how many games are in the ML? How many? 183.
162.
162. Yes.
The A's beginning of the year played, I want to say like 10 to 13 games in a row, dude. At the beginning of the season. Then MLB sent them to Japan for 2 games, dude.
Yeah, they love to send Oakland teams everywhere.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of Oakland, dude, the Raiders. Did you see how many miles they have to travel this year?
30 something.
It's crazy. It's ridiculous.
And the next closest team is like way far under it.
Way. I think the Jets have like it was like I was like, wow, why do they give so much love to these New York teams, man?
Oh, because they need them on ESPN and like. One thing about the media is it's really biased towards LA, New York, and Dallas.
Oh yeah, they love
LA, New York, and Dallas.
Yeah,
and not even so much the other teams in Dallas. Basically, the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
But Fox 1 is basically the Dallas Cowboys network.
Dude, the Raiders are going to travel 32,000 miles this year, right?
Right.
That's more than the Bills, the Giants, and the Jets combined.
I believe it. The NFL has a vendetta. The NFL has always had a vendetta against Al Davis.
That is just crazy. There's 3 teams that are not even going to travel that combined.
Yeah.
And they have to go to London again. I think even in the preseason they're going to Canada.
Don't they go to London and Mexico City this year?
I'm not sure if they go to Mexico this year. I know they definitely go to London. And they're losing all these home games,
Yeah. Oh, no Raider fans are going to those home games.
No, I mean, well, it's still it's
I know a lot of the season ticket people like let their tickets go.
It's so crazy because you'll see so many people that are like, they're just done with the Raiders because they're leaving again. A lot of old school Raider guys, like I met at the gym. Guys that are from Oakland are like, man, they left us the first time, and I came back and I was all good, and now they're leaving again, and they hate Mark Davis. They're like, I told my kids, when Mark Davis has to sell the team, that's when we'll come back.
Well, not just man, I totally, I get that, but it's not only that, it's making people just a whole fan base go away from the NFL.
Yeah,
because it is. Like there's no other team that I can like in the NFL besides the Raiders.
I don't think so.
I'm not cheering against the Saints,
mm-hmm.
but like other than the Raiders, dude, I can't even. It's all about fantasy.
It is. Thank God for fantasy, man. And I used to hate fantasy. I used to say, fantasy is fantasy, dude. I was like, I like real football. And then I got into it, man. And I tell you what, I haven't won a championship yet. Actually, I take that back. I did win a championship. I won 2 championships. I just haven't won the championship that I commissioned.
Dude, I never won a championship.
Yeah, I've won 2 times. Can you believe Sarah won the first year?
I can believe that.
Jesse won it 2 years in a row, and then Daniel beat me last year, dude. So I've been in the championships twice and lost twice in the championship. Whew. So I keep seeing this fantasy football trophy over here, and it has Sarah's name's 1 and Jess twice, and then now Daniel's there.
Dude,
it's just in my face, man.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to play this year, though. It takes up a lot of my energy, man. That's my problem is like, as I love it, and it takes up my energy.
I tell you what, the person who puts the most effort in is Jess.
Oh, I do. Jess, he's pretty good at it, and like he
loves it, dude. But he's really good with numbers, man.
Well, and he knows the players that are going to be good. He's down to take risky moves for the young guns always, every year.
Oh, always. He studies these players coming out of high school. The fantasy king, man. He knows it. Dude, yeah. The Jets are traveling 6,000 miles this year.
Hey, that's nothing.
6,000, bro.
That's nothing.
The Rams are traveling a lot, 29,000 miles. That's a lot. That's a lot. That is just crazy.
Who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl
this year?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. Early prediction.
Early predictions. You can write it down.
I hate to say it, man, but I think the Patriots will be in it again. I think just their team is just ran too well, bro. They just start, you know what I mean? They just got it. It doesn't matter who they have. Can you believe Tom Brady? Tom Brady has never been the highest paid quarterback ever. And he's won how many damn Super Bowls? 6?
Infinity. He's like the Infinity Stone guy, man.
It's crazy, bro. Right? Exactly. And it doesn't matter. They don't pay. When you look at the Patriots, how they don't pay players, man. Once they get up to their contract, gone, or they trade them. And then they go draft another player that's going to fit their system. You know, I mean, they're a consistent team. They stick with their coaches. You know, all these other young teams, they get a coach for 1 year and like, oh, you didn't win the playoffs or you didn't make it to the playoffs, fired. So then another coach comes in and has to rebuild a whole new team. And they just reset every year, man. You know, so I was like, it's just crazy. So if I have to look at it right now on paper, obviously I would say there's other teams that have more talent, you know, the Browns, right? But are they going to be able to put it together with all their head cases they got? I don't know. You know, but I'm thinking the Patriots again in the AFC. And in the end, the Chiefs, I don't know, man. The Chiefs lost a lot of people too. They lost a lot. So,
I'm thinking, you know what? I honestly, next year, I think it'll be New Orleans Saints.
That's where I was going to go with the NFC, actually.
Because they really got screwed over during that Rams game. And I kind of feel like the NFL is going to, like, give them an icky. Yeah. Is that...
I believe it.
You know, that's not stretching it, right?
No, not after the tuck rule, it's not.
Yeah, oh man, don't say that. Sorry.
Anything can happen, bro.
Oh, the Raiders get always screwed over in everything, and it sounds like we're conspiracy theorists. And like, then you have like Hall of Famers like Jerry Rice and Tim Brown, and they'll be on the radio and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, that like Bill Callahan changed the playbook the day before the Super Bowl."
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they start saying like hallucinates.
Right? Close to Mexico, man. He gets lost in TJ.
Yeah, dude. Like, he's been waiting his whole life to go to the Super Bowl, and he can't keep it together. Come on.
Right.
That's fish.
That's so crazy, dude. That's just ridiculous, man. But I mean, you know, if I was a Saints fan, seeing that call that happened to them last year, I mean, that's just as bad as a tuck rule. I mean, that was just a blatant right in your face, you know, push down. How does nobody see that? There's only one damn ball. How do you not call that? That's just ridiculous. I don't understand it. But now they have that new rule where they can challenge pass interference plays.
Which I don't see how that's even going to work because I don't know, man. I believe that those refs, right? They're going to get offended more, you know, and they're gonna like it's like they know now. Like they can call like okay, there's a guy upstairs, right? Mm-hmm. And the guy upstairs can be like, dude, that was a bad call. Like immediately. Right. You understand what I'm saying? But they don't do that.
No, you don't.
Like
they don't want to be wrong. Obviously the
flag right back up.
Yeah. Obviously, the organizations, you know, they don't want their refs to be wrong and stuff, but they have a hard time, you know, showing that they are wrong. They don't want to, right?
Yeah, but that call was right in front of him.
Yeah.
You understand? And he was like dude, that looks like it's rigged.
That's bad. I mean, how do you not call that play? There's only one ball, two players going for that ball. The guy was, you know, out of all the referees that were there, they couldn't throw that flag.
Those guys, if they were any good, they'd be umpiring baseball.
Baseball too, bro. There's so much inconsistency in baseball with these umpires. Eventually, you know, they keep saying, you know, they're gonna have a robot calling strikes, balls and strikes, because you get one umpire that's calling a strike, you know, a high strike all day long, and then you know he gets to that ninth inning and then he stops calling that strike. You know, and then that's how pitchers and all these managers are getting thrown out. Batters are like, what? You haven't been calling out a strike, and now it's a strike. It's crazy, dude. The
Oh,
inconsistency.
they change like based on height, you know, based on like those guys do like I all I know is like it seems to me though, dude, there's a lot less BS in baseball. Maybe because I don't watch as much baseball, but like dude, the NBA's got a lot of BS with their referees too.
Oh yeah, big time.
You know, like NBA, you'll be like they'll call it every foul, and then all of a sudden in the playoffs, like not one foul gets called.
Well, the NBA, I feel these referees that they want to be part of the game. You know what I mean? Like they want to have their 15 minutes of fame, you know, in the game. You know, whatever referee calls this technical or, you know what I mean? It's crazy because they want to be part of it because they're right there in that action. You know, it's so fast paced that they wanted. There was I forgot what one of the old referees' name was, man. I have to look him up in a little bit, but he was just I don't know. He was just so old, but he was so like dramatic and like the way he would call his fouls, and he loved the show.
Right. What was his name? I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
there was
know
a
who you're
couple of them.
talking
There
about.
was one guy that
There's the dude, there's that light skinned brother dude who's like he plays in the NBA and like he almost looks like um Lionel Richie. You know what I'm talking about?
Lionel Richie.
He almost looks like yeah, he could be like Lionel Richie of referees. This is exactly right. He looks like Lionel Richie.
Wow.
Yeah, that dude always loves to get attention. And one time I went to the Warriors Clippers game. Remember when the Warriors used to suck and you could buy like $5 tickets?
Yeah, now they're like
Oh,
$1,000.
he was only like me and Mr. Fab were there, dude. You know,
Now
nobody
he
else.
40. He 40 when he went
No,
there yet?
no, no, no. They never still going like that was like when the Kings were probably a little bit good and
Uh-huh.
the Lakers were good.
Okay.
You know. Yeah.
Now 40's there all the time.
Oh yeah, dude. Of course, dude. Like
Oh yeah.
unless Beyonce comes into like,
Oh yeah.
then he goes to like the Beyonce concert.
She's usually there too, though. Her and Jay-Z are usually always there, man. So's what's his name?
I
What?
gotta be honest, I haven't been watching too much sports, man. I've been so busy on this farm. Like, dude, I'm always working. Like, I'm always working, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it seems like. If it's not the farm at the house, I'm working on my parents' garden. You know, I always got my hands on with the girls. Like today, I took them to the lake.
Are they out of school?
Yeah, or the boys are homeschooling, so they.
Yeah, but they're done. They finished last week.
And so, when do they start back homeschooling?
And I want to say, well, Daniel, because he goes to regular high school, so he'll start right at the end of August, and the other two would be probably after Labor Day.
Uh,
Yeah, right after Labor Day, so in
Daniel
September.
doesn't want to do homeschool like his brothers.
There was a time that he did,
Uh-huh.
um, but I think he still likes the interaction with his friends,
Right.
and you know he wants to play high school baseball, so he has to be in it. You know, but I mean he's still doing, you know, because homeschool. I feel that if the parents put the effort into the child to, you know, keep them busy and keep them, you know, doing things, you know, keep them involved, still have the socialization skills of being with kids.
Mhm.
There's so many things they can do. Like, I mean, this year we're going to put Emilio in a musical theater class, you know, just to break him out of his shell. Because the kid is just, you know, funny as can be, but he doesn't have that confidence sometimes. Like he gets too shy when he's not like that at all, you know? And so, and then taking guitar, you know, and homeschool pays for all that stuff, man. Matter of fact, homeschool this year is paying for his baseball next year.
Yeah, the only problem, like I said, I had in homeschool was my daughter was getting done so fast that I couldn't keep her entertained.
Uh,
You
well, that's why
understand?
that's why you got to get those pro. I mean, I don't know how it is over there, but over here they got classes. Like this year, Gabe, he's gonna go take a mechanics class at the community college. And so it's college classes that he's able to take right now as a junior. Daniel, and there's also a new thing in high school. I don't know if it's new, but it's called dual enrollment. And he gets to take an online class this year in the summer that counts towards his AA in college already. So by the time
Right.
he's done with high school, bro, he'll be pretty much done with his AA.
Dude. That's the way to do it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And it's paid for.
That's the way to do it, man.
It's, you know what I'm saying?
Get it all done. You know, by the time you're 21 years old, I have a degree.
Because, you know, I mean, your AA, the community college, is just an extension of high school. It's not like it's going to be extremely hard, you know?
That's true.
Nothing crazy, dude. And they're online classes, half of it.
Right. Can you do math online too?
I believe so.
See, math is the only one that I would have a hard time doing online.
Yeah.
The rest of the stuff I could definitely do online.
I think the boys usually because I suck at math. The boys, they wait for Sarah to come home so she can help them with their math. She's really good at math. And so that's one thing when they do their homeschool and the teacher teaches them online, you know, through this workshop, these videos, they still have a hard time like following through with it or understanding it. And so they'll wait until she gets home from work and, you know, she'll help them with the math, because math is kind of hard to follow through online. Because there's so many times you want questions as you go along with the problem, you know?
But it's so important. Like, I put Lily in gymnastics class, you know, today. Now she's doing gymnastics camp. Mm-hmm. And it's just so important, dude, to like fill their days up, even school or no homeschool, with extracurricular activities, gymnastics, football, baseball, hockey, whatever you can get them in, mechanics classes. All that stuff is like so important. It's really, you know, it's stuff that when I was a child, I was like, oh, I wish I would have learned that a little bit more when I was younger, because it becomes harder to absorb. Like, if you can learn how to basically fix a car by the time you're 18 years old, you're always going to remember.
Always.
You
right?
know? Oh, yeah, absolutely. He'll be Gabe will be able to do everything.
Oh, yeah. And it's great.
How's his car coming along?
It's good. He's already made his money back off the other car that he bought.
How did he do that?
He bought it. What did he say? He bought it for $300, and we had to go get it smogged, and that was a whole ordeal. But he needed a part from it to let it pass smog, and it was a $400 part. So just that part alone already paid for the car.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's gotten hoses from there. He was able to fix like his center console from pulling some parts out of the old car and put it into his car that he needs. So many little things already that he's done to it that, you know, he would have had to pay to get it fixed, and he's been doing it himself.
That's tight, dude.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm happy that he's doing it, man. And he just totally went at 180 with video games, man. He stopped playing video games. He's trying to sell all his stuff. You know,
my kid is in a video game phase. She loves to be on this iPad.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to like figure out.
It's tough. It's really tough, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask other people what their opinions are, man, about this.
There's so much, like, it's, you know,
people like, okay, so there's two schools. Like, it's horrible for you, or it's like good for you. Like, there's no, like, I don't know if anyone's like in between. Like, whatever.
Yeah,
it's not either.
Well,
I think it's horrible.
I think I was almost like whatever, because I was smart, man. I always got good grades, but I just didn't. I really didn't apply myself like I should, right? You always hear the things. If you can go back and redo it, you would, you know.
These shows, man, like they're like pretend cartoons, but they're actually like adult-based stuff. And you catch your kid on YouTube, and like it's not the best, dude.
No, it's not. It's crazy. Look what they're making money. That's how all these kids are making their money. It's ridiculous. I mean, what was it? I want to say this kid was like 8 or 9 years old, man, and he made like over $100 million last year. My numbers could be totally wrong, but
there's these shows
and all they're doing, bro, is reviewing like toys or you're watching other kids play video games.
Right, like PewDiePie.
Yeah, exactly.
That dude PewDiePie like rakes in the dough, man. I'm trying to be the PewDiePie of Weights and Pleasures, dude.
Right. I told the boys, I said, I hate all these YouTube people, and you're watching all these kids play video games. Why don't you go play? And then I saw this meme the other day that said something like, so you're making fun of us for watching kids play video games, but you're watching sports all day long?
That's true.
Right? What's the difference?
That's true. Hey, buddy. It's getting on now. Close to 45 minutes. I got to get these kids to bed now.
What time do you go to bed?
My kids 8:30, but they got to shower because they have the gymnastics camp. Usually in the wintertime, you know, like I would let them stay up till 8:30, 8:45. But like today, like I want to make sure that like I get them in there because Lily especially, dude. Like I took her to the lake, I took her to gymnastics.
She's tired, man. She's done.
The second I go out of here, dude, it's gonna be like probably a 5-hour fight.
Oh man.
So you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not tired. But
And what about Lola?
Lola just goes to bed.
She just doesn't care, huh?
No, she's like me. Like she's
yeah.
ready to go to bed, dude. Like when it's time to go to bed, she's like ready to go to bed. What time? What about the boys? You never had curfews with them?
Not now. Honestly, now if I don't hear you,
Not
I'm
now.
in bed.
Right.
I'm in bed. It only makes
Well, what
makes me
happens
mad if I can hear you.
or what if they sleep in so late the next day? It doesn't make you mad when they want to
No,
sleep until 2 o'clock.
no.
You
I mean,
know,
because if I gotta get them up, I'll go wake them up, and then they're hating life. But I said, oh well, and I'll give them a warning. Hey, we're waking up early the next day, so you better get to bed at a decent time,
yeah.
And then it's on them. So I give them that responsibility of
That
like,
ain't that's dude, that is better because you do learn younger that like, all right, dude, if I sleep in, it's gonna suck. Or you become addicted to sleeping in. You always have to sleep in,
yeah,
right?
it's tough. It's tough. Like I was worried, not worried, but like Gabe, like he would play video games all night long and sleep. Dude, there's sometimes we wouldn't see him come downstairs until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then now that the video games are out of his life, dude, he's down. I come home from the gym and he's already downstairs, all showered up, and I'm getting home from the gym about 8 o'clock, or maybe about 8:30. And hey, Dad, as soon as I walk in, so he's up early because I was always saying, dude, you're gonna have to wake up early if you're gonna get a job. You don't know what your schedule's gonna be like, and he's like, oh well, I'll worry about it, when that time comes. And he
Well,
just did it himself.
no. It's part of it is self-serving for me because if I don't get to bed by a certain time, like, okay, it's going to be 103 degrees here tomorrow, so
Yeah.
I've got to be up and out of the house by 4:15.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So like this week, I'm gonna like today. I went to my farm first. I
Mhm.
did all my farm working for the day. Worked for 6 hours or so. Then came back, took Lily, and then lifted.
Oh,
You
you
know,
lifted later, huh?
yeah, and actually was pretty nice, dude, because I'd already had a good 100 grams of protein in my body.
Yeah, that's guy. For some reason, I just can't, man. I can't live. I mean, I could. I mean,
And
I'm not saying I can't.
if you take the pre workout, you can.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I used to go to
Pre
work with
workout fix
Jay,
anything, man. Fixes
to the
everything.
Bay. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying because I would always have to pack my pre-workout and then but see with Jay, I always had to time it, right? Are we going to the gym yet? Yeah, let's go. So then I'm like, okay. So then I even though he's saying that, it's gonna be another hour or so, maybe 2 hours. So a lot of times I take the pre-workout like as we're
Yeah,
getting into the
he's the
parking
best.
lot.
He's the best and worst workout partner. Because like he's hella fun to be with, dude. But at the same time, you never really know like what time you guys are gonna wind up going because he has to have like his gloves and his socks and like he's got to have a bunch of special shit to go to the gym.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Like,
man.
and I just go, I lift. If I don't have my headphones, I'm lifting. If I don't
Yeah,
have
I
my,
hate lifting without headphones though, man. I make sure I
but
always have that in. But
me too. But I still do. If I have to, I have to.
yeah, I mean, I'll go. I mean, there's times where I'll
It's
get
a
there, I'm
lot
like, yeah,
easier
man,
to do
because
doing this.
I don't like talking to people at the gym, man. I mean, I have my few people, my few friends here and there. You just hello, da da
See,
da,
I'm the
BS
opposite,
about
dude.
stuff, but
I
I
talk
don't
to
like it.
everybody.
I don't
People
like it.
avoid me, and I make them like be my friend and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like my friend Megan at this gym. Like I
Hmm.
literally told her like after 2 weeks, I'm like, dude, you're gonna be my friend. So you might as well like stop pretending like you don't want to talk because I'm gonna talk to you, dude. Like it was me and her. Like, there was nobody else in the gym
Oh
for
wow.
for yeah in the mornings for like 2 weeks, and then for like this whole year, basically it was like me and her there.
Yeah.
So we became really cool. She's a really nice girl.
That's what's up.
Yeah, but I make people like avoid me. And when I was working at the YMCA, before that, I had a lot of old people that were my friends, man. All the senior citizens,
Hmm.
Like I
Yeah.
have a Rolodex full of senior citizens.
The good old Rolodex, man.
Yeah, the Rolodex of the geriatric.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Well, all right, bro.
Let's pick up tomorrow, dude, and we can edit some stuff back in here and keep it going.
Sounds good, bro. All right.
Bro, later.
Thanks.